Dr. Fox. With the names of all of our traditions today, we invoke our sacred purpose. With spirits nourished this summer by the vacations we took and the warm nights we cherished, the earth turns around the sun once more to bring us back together. Listening to the sounds of the energetic laughter echoing down these halls where wisdom reckons, reminiscent of what the prophet Zephaniah describes as God singing over the people, keeping them safe in laughter and happiness. This academic year, may we honor one another in a community kept safe, in laughter that challenges the din of the world's hate. Struggles abound for economic stability, health, safety, equity, autonomy, justice, and peace. Remind us of how our institutional evolutions among the hills of Mary Baldwin serve to build successful spaces of higher education among the hills of Mary Baldwin, benefiting the greater good. Let the faces of the students and alumni we encounter remind us of the life-changing transformations of our innovations. We bring ourselves to the tasks for which we are called this academic year, and we honor this day in laughter, joy, and gratitude. Amen.
Thank you, Kim. Well, it really is a joyous honor to gather here today. We're unmasked, most of us, so you can see the smiles as we greet colleagues, but it is wonderful to look out upon you all so that we can be together. We are blessed to have with us current and former members of the Board of Trustees, some special friends and family, the maritime faculty, returning and new faculty, staff, and staff members, and there are others joining us via live stream. We're excited to welcome our new and returning students. Classes begin today at Murphy-Deming, and that includes our inaugural cohort in the nurse anesthesia doctoral program. Our cohorts of residential students, some of them are already among us, our athletes, VWIL, PEG, IULs, and persists, and the Mary Baldwin College for Women, student leaders, and all of our other students are arriving soon over these next few days. Our Shakespeare and performance students who are already at work, and online students prepared for their first day of classes, of course, next Monday. Above all else, we open this academic year with inspiration to live our mission fully, empowering our students to be inclusive leaders, pursuing lives of purpose in a changing world. The program that you have lists 121 new faculty and staff who are joining us this year. They have a special squirrel on their name tag, so please take some time to greet them afterwards when we adjourn to the picnic. So what I ask for who's here, all new faculty and staff, would you stand so that we can give you a heartfelt welcome? We are very glad you're here so that we can officially welcome you to the Mary Baldwin family. Our university-wide theme this year, led by the Spencer Center for Civic and Global Engagement, is good health and wellness. Self-care and support of one another are vital. So please look for programming from the Spencer Center and ongoing updates from Dr. Rubel, our Chief Health Officer, and Christine Flory, our Medical Health and Wellness Navigator. The pandemic upended our lives and habits, affording us options on where we want to live and how we want to work, and leading to this current great reassessment. Every aspect of higher education has been affected by the pandemic to some degree, exacerbating challenges and trends that had been accumulating for years. The students we welcome this fall in all programs, from entry through doctoral levels, have experienced profound disruptions in their learning paths. Students and families now question more than ever if college is the default after high school. 74% of students in higher education are non-traditional with family commitments. They're financing their own education and demanding flexibility to curate their educational path in the most relevant, experiential, and cost-effective way. The future of our new economy requires a skills revolution to promote creative problem solving and resilience to exert leadership with technological savvy. These are complex issues and well beyond our time today. But true to Mary Baldwin's core principles, we have negotiated our place in this time of rapid change since the pandemic began with constant analysis and frequent calibration. We know that our place in this changing world is what we make it. We keep abreast of the changing trends that are affecting each of our mission-serving populations, in residence, online, and our healthcare professionals. We have interrogated our legacy ecosystem and its tendency to be decentralized and inwardly focused. We celebrated our signature programs and our historic strengths in personalized experiential learning, rooted in the liberal arts, within an authentic community committed to diversity and inclusivity. We all, I know, aspire to propel Mary Baldwin forward, to meet the life needs of our students and the urgency of social mobility and equity. We will bring together our far-reaching evolution of this past decade and form a centralized synthesis, one that is outwardly focused, all university, data-driven, multidisciplinary, and that above all else realizes that graduation is not a finish line. We need to create a new paradigm to ensure access and success through 100% strong placement of our graduates in a first job, the military, or graduate school. We need to engage with regional employers, particularly in Virginia, to expand our hands-on learning and career pipelines. For us, new partners at all levels are essential. Therefore, we will extend the horizon of our strategic plan past 2025. As I conveyed in my 2 memos to the community over the summer, we have been engaged in this work together for the past 3 years, but most intensively for the last 6 months. There are 3 critical aspects of our path forward to a strengthened, centralized university that recruits and retains to enable student success. A bold and authentic new brand promise, a new vision for the success of our students and alumni, and our new 3-college structure. To implement these 3 aspects, the board has approved a new 4-year financial and strategic scaffold of aggressive but achievable imperatives. So first, our brand promise. A Mary Baldwin education equips you with the skills, experience, confidence, and credentials you need to navigate a dynamic global economy. We are your university for life. In order to improve our marketing and our university position, we will launch a new brand platform and website to provide an opportunity engine for our fellow renegades, entrepreneurs, and dreamers to bring their aspirations to life. Second, we have begun the work of envisioning a new University Center for Life Success, creating a dynamic hub of centralized and holistic services. We will assess our current resources for student success, formulate a distinctive approach grounded in the leading practices for life design, and create a new physical and virtual home for the center. We want to provide these essential supports to all university students: professional advising, academic guidance, life and career counseling, civic and global engagement, leadership and co-curricular opportunities, and mental health and wellness. We aspire that many of these services are available to our alumni as well. Third, we have coalesced our academic strengths into 3 colleges, comprised of 3 schools each, led by a Vice President and Dean serving on the executive staff to provide academic focus, streamlined leadership, and the forum for program refinement and expansion. I am extremely grateful that we have outstanding leaders in these positions with Paul Menzer, Will Webb, and Lisa Schoch. As you know, Lisa Shope will be retiring in December, and the search for our third vice president of the Murphy-Downey College of Health Sciences is underway. But we will surely celebrate Lisa first over the next few months. Dr. Willingham will serve as Vice President of Academic Affairs and Chief Academic Officer, with a key role this year in leading our 5th-year SACS COC accreditation review. And we're also grateful here in the second row for the 9 associate deans who are directing our schools. Within our centralized structure, each college offers undergraduate and graduate programs and supports both in-seat and online learning. We are exceptionally fortunate today to announce $6.5 million in gifts from donors, expressing their commitment to turning the vision of this new structure into reality. Their gifts will add distinctive identity and build sustainability through innovation project funding and enduring endowments. This spring, we celebrated the amazing generosity of Susan Nolan Palmer, class of 1967, for her significant gift to name the new Palmer College of Professional Studies. As Senior VP and Dean Webb's quote expresses, Susan's gift endorses our vision to create a comprehensive workforce platform for Virginians that will enable our faculty to act as a vanguard of innovation between university education, workforce readiness, and the future of work in the Commonwealth. Susan's background as an industrial and organizational psychologist and financial services human resource leader, coupled with her love of her alma mater, inspired her to provide these resources to fuel our capacity to innovate, to assist students in discovering what they're passionate about, and to help them plug into great jobs. Susan, you're with us here today. Would you please stand so we can express our appreciation? Today, we also announce a very significant gift to name and endow the College of Arts and Sciences by artist Betty Gould, who was awarded the honor of Doctor of Humane Letters from Mary Baldwin. Our 2 campuses are animated daily by her artistic inspiration, sculptures, a gift from Betty and from her daughter, Laura Bosquet. As VP and Dean Mezger summarizes, it is hard to imagine a more appropriate name for the College of Arts and Sciences, since her work manifests the creativity of the arts and the precision of the sciences. Her work embodies creative journeys and the union of complex geometry and imagination. I am personally grateful for Betty's friendship and support, and extremely glad that this endowment will support in perpetuity the liberal arts and sciences as the heart of our institution. Betty is virtually with us today, but not live on screen, but I know you want to join in a rousing round of applause. Betty, thank you so very much. We hope you'll be able to visit us on campus soon. Our board chair, Gabby Gelser-McCreed, class of 1983, and her husband, Donald McCreed III, have made a commitment to name our new Center for Student Success, Life Success. Supporting our students and our imperative of preparing them for a life of success is her passion. We are enormously grateful for her leadership of the board and for the previous generous support that they have provided that stems from Gabby's own transformational experiences here at Mary Baldwin when her life path was set in motion by dedicated faculty, staff, and by Rosemary Senna, who was then the chair of the Board of Trustees, who helped Gabby find her first job in New York City. As Mr. Muncie's quote well summarizes here, the center will provide wraparound support for our current students and also attract future students. Being able to showcase MBU's strength of student support under one umbrella will make it easy for them to see the value of an MBU education. Their gift will fuel the planning over the next few months for the center's conception, creation, and building. Gabby and Don, we are so grateful and moved by your generosity and dedication. Please join me in thanking you. So, in summary, as we extend our vision beyond MBU 2025, with our bold new brand, with the McCree Center for Life Success, and with the Gold, Palmer, and Murphy-Deming colleges. This sets our goals for this year in motion. First of all, to implement this new extended 4-year financial and strategic imperative, which will increase over the next 4 years our net tuition revenue and by garnering significant philanthropic support. Second, to advance the new centralized university structure through our new branding platform and website, through the envisioning of the new McCree Center for Life Success, and supporting the 3 colleges as they become entrepreneurial units, advancing their programmatic and enrollment goals. And support for our community and alumni by putting into motion plans for compensation improvement for faculty and staff and enhancing our outreach and support to alumni. So I take a little breath here and say to you that I particularly love these 2 aerial photos of our 2 beautiful campuses. And to say that as we've had a relatively brief review of some exciting news there, I am proud beyond measure and words of the collaboration that we celebrate today as we set the stage for 2025 and beyond. So that is why, after careful consideration, I believe this is the best time to turn to the next chapter and prepare to welcome our 10th president next July. This academic year, my 20th, will be my last. I plan to retire on June 30th, 2023. With humility, I have been extraordinarily honored to lead and serve with each of you. We have worked together with shared commitment to maintain our momentum in devotion to our biggest mission, our legacy, and the promising future of Mary Wellman University. My husband, Dan Freeman, and I are truly blessed to be part of this community, and he has been an enabling and devoted partner to me and for our work in Mary Wellman. So today I offer my deepest appreciation and abiding affection to everyone here and in our extended Mary Wellman family. We have to remember that we are strong because we know the power of this community. Together we will continue to rise to each opportunity and challenge with grace. Our core institutional characteristics are enduring. We navigate the space between what is and what can be. We find entrepreneurial solutions and realize them through grit and courage. Our rich 181-year legacy yields great strength. Our innovation is informed by our traditions, living forces that animate the present and the future. I view this time of presidential transition as a dash, not a period, because a dash signals an anticipation of continuity. You have, in previous 19 other State of the University messages, indulged over and over again by musical metaphors, even to the point that our first strategic plan was called Composing Our Future. Many other years, even in difficult times, I called forth compositional quotes and particular musical works to frame our moments. I had a good time going back over all of them and thinking about them. But this moment is a crescendo. A crescendo, as you know, grows more intense as it progresses. My favorite in classical music is between the 3rd and 4th movements of Beethoven's 5th Symphony. In popular music, my favorites are at the end of The Beatles' A Day in the Life and Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. But Spotify has a ready-made crescendo playlist. So if you really want to hear crescendi from all over, including songs I've never heard till I did the playlist over the weekend, you can check it out here on Spotify. So Mary Baldwin will not suffer a diminuendo or loss of memory. I will be here with you every day over the next year as we confidently implement these plans and search for our next president. And now we're going to have a special guest, I believe. Our board chair, Gabby McCree, is coming to us from Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Yes. Great. Good afternoon. As you know, I am the current Board of Trustees Chair, Gabby McCree, and am a Mary Baldwin graduate from the class of 1983. Although I am unable to join you in person, I am honored to speak with you and be present in spirit. At this time, I would like to ask the current and former trustees in the room to join Dr. Fox by the podium. Thank you so much. Thank you. We applaud Dr. Fox's extraordinary vision and dedication to MBU's mission, as well as her exceptional leadership to ensure Mary Baldwin remains strong, relevant, and meets the needs of this changing world. In her previous 19 State of the University addresses, Dr. Fox outlined clear articulation of annual agendas with long-term vision. In essence, these addresses document her history-making tenure as the longest-serving president since Mary Baldwin became a four-year college in 1923. Without a doubt, she has boldly steered MBU through one of the most transformational periods of her 181 years. At this announcement of her retirement, the board is acutely aware of the fortune that's shown on MBU and is grateful to the Presidential Search Committee of 2003, which brought her here. Dr. Fox was clearly an accomplished musician and professor with demonstrated leadership skills as the dean of a large university. That said, she was hired as the president of a small liberal arts women's college. Her keen intellect, entrepreneurial courage, matchless determination and energy, as well as her heart for our mission, enabled her to evolve into the role of a university president with grace and gallantry. And Dr. Fox's ability to lead us through multiple innovative evolutions, attract the necessary talent to execute, and meet challenges at every turn has also transformed our college on the Hill into a vibrant and thriving university. As a board chair, I have a unique perspective into Dr. Fox's work. I have witnessed orchestration that requires laser focus, being attuned to top strategic issues while managing the day-to-day, wrestling with unforeseen obstacles, and charting a course by peering beyond the horizon. Behind the scenes, our conversations reveal daily sacrifice, an ever-creative mind moving at warp speed, a highly disciplined work ethic, and a sharp business acumen, as well as an ability to translate complex trends of society, industry, and higher education into appropriate action. I have witnessed firsthand how Mary Baldwin is always front and center for Dr. Fox, and in all circumstances, I can always count on her integrity, dignity, grace, and our shared commitment to transforming lives, student success, and lifelong learning. At times, it is hard to keep up with the pace and the complexity of it all. But we will live out our new structure, our brand promise, our ongoing commitment to academic excellence, and a more comprehensive approach to personal and professional advising to support our students as they enter the workforce. And then her legacy will become even clearer. Through Dr. Fox's vision and leadership, she has and is shaping Mary Baldwin to be our and your university for life. We, the Board of Trustees and the Mary Baldwin community, have come to rely on Dr. Fox's optimistic, problem-solving, always thinking about what is coming next brand of leadership. To honor Dr. Fox's leadership and secure her vision, we are creating the Fox Futures Initiative. This is an important step into the future and the crescendo of her contributions to Mary Baldwin. It has two components: the Fox Innovation Fund to provide momentum to continue our evolution, and the Fox Endowment Fund. Don and I are pleased to provide one of the foundational gifts for the Fox Futures Initiative to support the new Center for Life Success. We invite all of you to join us in the work ahead with generous support to honor Dr. Fox. There is so much more to say about her accomplishments, talents, and character that will mark Pamela's legacy, and we will have a dedicated time in April to share stories, honor, and celebrate her. In the coming week, several key communications will be delivered to the community, beginning today with a press release, followed by communications from Dr. Fox to you, our valued faculty, staff, and our current students, and then to alumni. Later, an email will come from the board to the entire MBU community, outlining the plans for the search process. I am so pleased to announce that our search committee will be led by two trustees, Helen Stevens Forrester, an 83 alum, and Harvey Westbrook. We are excited to bring you into this inclusive process, soliciting the voice of all our stakeholders. There are few greater responsibilities in higher education than hiring a university president, and I am so grateful to our dedicated Board of Trustees for their leadership, especially at this time. I am indeed thankful for the ongoing support of our former trustees and the former board chairs. Finally, Dr. Fox, you are our trusted leader and partner in all our planning. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, we are forever grateful for the dedication, energy, and commitment you continue to bring to each day to Mary Baldwin, ensuring the success of this academic year and our long-term stability. Everyone, please join me and my fellow trustees in thanking her.
Well, I guess there's a bit more to say. Well, the first thing is that, as Gabby indicated, I am extraordinarily honored by the Fox Futures Initiative. The $6.5 million in gifts that we announced today are its foundation only. We are pleased to announce 2 additional gifts today that will bring our total to $7.5 million. In addition to the gift that Gabby and Don agreed to name the Center for Life Success, Gail McMichael Lane, class of 1965, and her siblings Dalton McMichael Jr., and Bladen McMichael Godfrey, through the McMichael Foundation, have committed $500,000 toward establishing the key components of the centers. Emeritus trustee and former board chair Jay Miller, class of 1976, has committed a very significant gift to the Fox Innovation Fund to support programmatic excellence and faculty. We are deeply grateful to Gail, her family, and Jane. So let's give them a quick round. The next few months for some further gifts, including more information about the partnership that Mary Baldwin has formed with Citizens Bank, part of our new relationship with the Eagle Academy in New York that brings 9 talented young men this week to our campus as part of the class of 2026. Citizens announced a strategic partnership with the Goal Setter through their One Stop, One Future campaign to help bridge the wealth gap affecting communities of color by introducing investments and financial education to build generational wealth. As one of 10 founding partners in the Goal Setter program, Citizens will gift shares of stock to students of color at Mary Baldwin University as part of their overall commitment to workforce development and for creating inclusive workplaces. So more on that soon. So as we conclude today, just again, please accept my profound gratitude and honor of serving as your 9th president. You will receive a message from me shortly where I took a little bit of time to express my appreciation to our trustees, to my senior leadership teams, current and former members, some are here today, to our outstanding faculty, staff, students, alumni, and our loyal donors and friends. I would ask now that the executive staff, current members and former who have served in the executive staff, as well as our associate deans, to come forward and join as our Chief Diversity Officer, Reverend Andrea Cornett Scott, leads us in the Pledge of Inclusivity. Following that, we will sing the hymn to Mary Baldwin, and then Tracy Kiner and Dining Services have prepared a wonderful picnic under the tent on Tate Terrace for us. Please.
As we prepare to stand to recite together our Pledge of Inclusivity, might I note that this pledge is a part of Dr. Fox's legacy at Mary Baldwin University. Would you please stand? We, the community of Mary Baldwin University, strive to celebrate humanity in all of its wondrous and complex variations. Because we value diversity, it is our mission to sustain a community where all may flourish. We are safe to embrace our shared experiences and our differences. To this end, we treat all with respect and compassion. will